Guys, I'm gonna leave the music a little elevated today. Mostly for the vibes. Hopefully it's not too loud. We'll go here maybe. I'm just taking a look at markets for the first time this morning, so I'm gonna do some quick analysis with the music up. If y'all have questions, stuff you want to look at, feel free to throw that in there. Other than that, let me mark up, get ready for the day here. Also, I think quality should be kicked up today for those of you that like to tweak your own settings. Where I was previously streaming was kind of limiting my ability to stream in a higher quality, which I noticed yesterday testing some stuff. And I was like, dude, I don't know how anybody watches any trading stream anywhere below like 1080p. If you're watching 720p trading streams, I feel bad for you. I can't read shit on my phone. So for those of you that are able to, this should be streaming in 1440 now. As a little side note. NQ continuing its sell-off from yesterday, man. We talked about this a little bit yesterday. And I actually had taken a loss, but I also ended up recovering that loss on the second trade here. We also took gold yesterday, which was, as I said, a 10 out of 10 local 5-minute setup. Didn't end up actually working. I actually ended up cutting this in the middle of the day. Because I kind of just decided to do nothing, so... Again, we talked about this, you know, beautiful 10 out of 10 setup yesterday. Just filling out this wick. Taking this liquidity and then printing the OB and A. Again, 10 out of 10 times, I'm taking this setup. But again, when you're counter trend like this on the 2-hour, right, and you're kind of fighting the recent liquidity grab here, you know, it's the type of trade you want to work super quick. And it's kind of just not what we got. It kind of just sat here all day. So I took my exit somewhere inside of here. I lost like, it was like 120 bucks. So yeah, it is what it is, you know? Just ended up initially having a good reaction. Couldn't sustain that, you know? It's going to happen with 10 out of 10 setups when you have higher time frame liquidity to worry about. Again, this has kind of been choppy overnight. I'm not really looking to do much on gold today, probably. NQ, again, we took a loss on the 3-minute yesterday. Alright, this fancy first loss. Again, 9 out of 10 times, I'm probably taking that setup too. Not mad about that. Retook it off the 5-minute absorption. Ended up actually kind of getting in that kind of late. But it played into end of day pretty nicely. So, yeah, interesting trading day. As far as this morning goes, I mean... Honestly, I don't think we get to trade safely to the sell side today. I mean, we finally broke out of the range from yesterday. Pull back to the 5-minute lone candle. Can we print anything inside of here? I have Asian session in London turned off. Yeah, so we have active OBs too. this stuff just hit +7R. The one thing that I do, we have all this liquidity. It would be nice to swipe some of these London highs or pre-market highs. It's not really London highs. This is like all 6 a.m., 7 a.m. This is like pre-market. This is like late London, mid London into some of the earlier hours of the before pre-market in terms of New York. So we could swipe back for these highs. I don't know if I'd like to do that today though. Do we need to re-sweep that? I don't know. I think it'd be weird if we did something like that today. It's a pretty active day to take that out, then retake those. Shit, I'm for it if it wants to give it to me. I don't know. I'm gonna be a little cautious if we do print something like that though. But my main point is, like, this is already flowing nicely. Like, we broke out, we pulled back to the lone candle, we came back, we printed, we're trading away. You know, if I was an early morning trader, I'd be targeting this. So I would be looking for this to push to 25,570 today. If we want to continue. This is about to get knocked out trailing. Yeah, I just don't think I get another opportunity on these. It would be interesting. There's some absorption here that didn't work out, too. Heart of London hours. It could be cool if we, I guess, come back for some of this and do some more absorption. Again, though, I think... I just don't know if I could trust these highs if we do that. Well, we'll see what we get here in 4 minutes. If this spikes up, we'll see if we get something. The most ideal setup for us would be if we take these London, or these, yeah, mid London highs. I think at that point, though, I might even be greedy and want, like, above this. That's just healthier for me. Yeah, that might be healthier for me. To see, like, ES has all these clean highs too. I'm gonna find it really hard to trust this. It's possible some of this stuff even sets up a little bit after the open for the buy side. Something like this today. If we really want to go nowhere, this is the type of BS that we'll print. Whoops, too many points, but you guys get it. If you want to have like a flat day that takes out both sides, that might honestly be more in the playbook. That might be in the playbook. Possible 3-minute A if you're looking long, 15-minute. I don't know if I would call this a 15-minute lone candle POI. Unless I'm not seeing what you're talking about in regards to that. 5-minute lone candle maybe? Is that what you mean? Yeah, this is the type of setup that probably gets stopped out right at the open, but I think if I was gonna buy, I would rather this just spill over. Like I would rather this just open sell side, like all between 9:30, 10, 10:15, just slowly eat away below, you know, the low of day, if you want to use true day, or just the low of day from after rollover. And then it's like, maybe if we set up down here, like there's just really clear, these really clear highs. I don't know. I can see us coming back to this. So we haven't really had much trend this week. So it's like we could continue trend down. Again, I'm not positioned for that right now on, you know, the accounts that I want to trade today. So that's, you know, it's not really gonna do anything for me if that happens. But with the week that we've had, I think if we swipe at, you know, post rollover low of day, I don't know, I'd be willing to buy back up to these on a scalp, especially like these evals. That's no problem. Actually, let me see. Did Tradeovate move those funds too? Let me see. We're opening up sub accounts on futures is honestly kind of annoying. Yeah, these guys are slow as shit. Alright, let's see. We just got the open here. A little spike up. Miss me on... Oh, well. I don't know. Don't know what to tell you. You got me right here, though. Look at that. And half an hour earlier than you normally would. Plus, I can do and say whatever I want here. I mean, shit. This is the better version of Skag, if you're asking me. Alright, let's see what we get here. Again, I mean, I would prefer to already be sell side. I'm not looking to sell where we're currently at. I think today, if we get a range-bound day, and you guys know me, I'm not really the type to like hope for a range-bound day. You know me, I love, like, if the market wants to fall 600 points or rise 600 points, that excites me. When we just kind of move back and forth, that's really boring to me. I typically don't like that. However, with today, I think, you know, again, we have clear liquidity to the buy side. If the market continues to fail to, you know, just run, I think below here, come down here, get a slow print. I don't know, man. I'd be open to it being a range bound day. That's all I'm saying. Because if it's not gonna be range bound, this thing better just fall like 400, 500 points, and your boy's gonna go do something else, which is cool. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, see what we get here, though. Let's see what ES is doing. ES continuing to move down. Like I said, those 3-minute prints from the indicator probably weren't going to work out with the forming right before the open there. Again, the POIs, I think, are a little forced. Yeah, you have a 5-minute lone candle. My problem with this lone candle is, again, like the leg that it's a part of. Again, there's no real POI here. Like, we talked about this yesterday with this, whatever you guys want to call this imbalance, this inefficiency, this fair value gap. It's just like, if it's not going to play from the first beginning of it, it's typically going to fill all the way out. It hasn't really filled all the way out. It's kind of what we're looking for today if we're going to buy. It's like, just fill this nonsense out, swipe the low of the day, and play. So, I'm just hoping we do something. A little something. Alright, I'm gonna do a quick headline check. Let me pull up some of my stuffs here.
I've got feelings.
Just a lot of headlines from Iran's new supreme leader there. Which I guess apparently is just the son of the other guy that we took out. Which is, I don't know, interesting to say the least. It's not really a change. Yeah, Iran continuing to attack Israel. Trump continuing to say that he doesn't care about oil prices, he just cares about handling Iran.
I've got feelings.
Gonna bounce here in indices as well. Out of my way, blue line. Yeah, no, just again, it's really just this Iran conflict is all I'm seeing on the news feed. I missed this signing back up Sunday. Oh, is that the Saint? What's good, Saint? How you doing, bro? Yeah, question for people that are a part of the maybe markets community, and if you're not, cool, enjoy the streams. Maybe this kind of applies to you guys too, but you don't gotta give your opinion. I was actually thinking of kind of swapping off of Discord back to Telegram. The reason being is like I don't really plan to use a lot of the stuff Discord uses. Again, like we live stream, we have our indicators. I arm you guys to be able to go do your own thing. I don't think we need like 50,000 channels. And I also really like the live streaming feature on Telegram. If not, I'll just keep it as it is. It don't really matter. We just have like one chat that we all kind of talk in. And aside from that, that actually has nothing to do with it. What it really is I can build cool tools right into Telegram. So, they have like mini apps. You guys know me. I've been on my coding stuff. There's just like cooler stuff we can do on Telegram, like the mini apps. Like I can, build our news feed better. I can embed my entire little app that I have right into Telegram, so it's always one click away. You don't have to keep authorizing, and there's a couple cool things I could do. I could technically do it on Discord too. It wouldn't be as easy. I don't know, maybe we switch, maybe we don't. Again, we don't really use it. A lot of what we do is on these live streams anyway. Alright, we did get some absorption prints here on 3 minutes. And we got OBAs on the 5 minute. If you are a buyer, I mean, these could be good. Again, I'm personally going to just sit at it today. I probably would have liked lower to play. I would not fault people for looking at stuff like this, though. Clear targets. For me, the RR is not really there. You'd have to kind of tighten this up for me to be able to play. Maybe we do push up into the partials up here. It's definitely a possibility. Again, there's some nice liquidity up there, too. So... Again, indicator did call this stuff out, guys. I'm gonna stay flat myself personally. But as always, you guys are armed to make your own decisions, right? You guys have the indicator. You guys have the levels. For me, I'm just not a big fan of the POI. I'd rather just sit this out. If NQ does hold up, though, you're going to have prints across all time frames. You're going to have the 3 minute, 5 minute, and 15 minute forming up here. Again, I'm gonna stay out for RR reasons. This could run today though. I could be wrong. This could run for like yesterday's fucking high. And the RR really could be there. But let me know if you guys like it. Again, the double print on the 5 minute, again, below these lows. Very nice. I can't argue with it. Definitely solid. Definitely solid. Honestly, if Tradeovate had my personal funds transferred to the sub account, or the sub account created at all for that matter, I probably would be taking this. Yeah, they still don't have that. Okay. Neat. 26,243 is your target. 26? 25. I've read that wrong. I was going to say 26. It's definitely not right. 25,243. Okay, you're really looking above the 2 hour, huh? Yeah. Just twin highs here. Yeah, I mean, I think that's really optimistic for the day, but fuck, I hope you get it. I think you would be lucky to get above yesterday's high. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I mean, if you get 25,243, I'm gonna be a little mad I'm not in it. If you get 25,243 today, I'm gonna be a little mad I didn't hop in. Into tomorrow? Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna hold overnight, if you got the capital to do that on personal funds for a couple contracts, yeah. Need a real good move today, though. Again, I just would prefer to do that if we took out the low. I'd be with you on that. I really just kind of want this taken. See if that was a wise choice by me or not. What's up, Daniel? Made a bag this year off oil. Let's go. Yeah, honestly, you know what, dude? I wasn't positioned with a CFD broker to take advantage of oil like I normally do during war. I was actually kind of annoyed. And Wally had even tagged me when it had first gapped up to look at it, and I didn't really send a chart. My bad, Wally, but I didn't really have any opinions on it then, other than it just kind of being like, you know, wartime volatility. I didn't really see any way I could have partook in a way that, you know, I teach and try to stay disciplined to. Typically during war, though, when like war headlines and operations are actually being held off, dude, you know, small account flips on oil is something I have been known to do, man. Again, it would have been nice to try to beat my record from the Russia-Ukraine. That's when I did the, that's where that track record for like the 150 to like 10 grand or 12 grand. I still have that too. I could pull that up. Again, it's more degenerate trading. Obviously, if you're trading with accounts that small. I wonder if I still have that. Let me see if I still have that. So this one. Yeah, it's this one. Should I share this? Let me see. Let's see if we can pull this up. I'm not in this, by the way. For people tuning in. Let's see here real quick. You know what? Hold on. Let me pull this into its own window. Yeah, this is probably what Saint did. I'm curious if Saint outdid me. Alright, so little track record, some stuff, flips. This is the type of shit you can do on oil. This was Russia, Ukraine. Yeah, 156 in deposits, 10K in withdrawals. Oh, that's forecast. Yeah, this was in 2022. Yeah, look, we broke even on a bunch, and we took more. $670 and $100. We had like 592, hit a withdrawal. More withdrawal. Just scalping oil. Look, it's all oil. It's all oil. There's some other random shit in here, like US 30. Well, it's like $200 on. Like, why am I trading US 30? Who knows? Like oil buys, oil sells for some reason. And you just degenerately scale it up, just taking advantage of volatility. Literally just taking advantage of volatility. Apparently I switched to indices at some point here. Fun stuff though. Yeah, I didn't get to do any of that fun stuff through this war, man. And that stuff you can only really do on like CFD brokers, where you can have your fun with the leverage and all that. Caught the first gap? Oh, if you caught that first gap, did you hold even after the first? Because, bro, I mean, even when I was doing the Russia-Ukraine, like that was all post headline, right? So that's taking advantage of the volatility. If you were in before the headline drops and you take the, oh my god, yeah, it's disgusting. All right, so yeah, this OB didn't work out for the people that kind of went into that. Again, I wasn't a big fan of the location. Let's see if we get a run on the low now. See if we get something into 10 a.m. If not, I guess we'll just continue to hang out. The Dow kind of pushing the low right now. Gold. I doubt I touch gold, but it's out there doing some stuff. You know, you look at the VIX, and somehow we can tell the buy move. Personally speaking, I don't think there's value in looking at the VIX. I'm gonna just be real. I don't really think there's value in looking at the VIX. I don't understand what people get from looking at this. All the VIX does is show you, you know, implied volatility at certain times. I don't understand why people sometimes translate that into, like, they expect moves to come. Because all this shows you is what's already happened. It's like the DXY. It's like, oh, I'm going to look at the DXY to figure out what Euro USD is going to do. It's like, no, you're not. Because the Euro USD makes up 50% of the DXY. Like, they just move inverse of each other. One's not telling you any information, the other one's not already telling you. So same thing here. It's like, VIX isn't telling you anything that you don't already know. When the VIX is moving higher, volatility is up. You don't need the VIX to tell you that. Go look at how what the average range of points that you're moving in the market is. So I don't find this information useful. For me, this information is just parallel. It's just, I'm looking at something that tells me something that I can already figure out by just looking anywhere else. So I don't really think this is useful. You know, I mean, like, sometimes it's useful to see, like, you know, relative volatility, but I can see this on NASDAQ without having to look here. Maybe there's a subset of people that have to look here to understand volatility is up. To those people, I would say, you know, NASDAQ has a certain amount of points that it moves on average, and you can know when volatility is increased because you're moving outside of that range. So I don't use this. This is like the only time I've ever loaded this up on TradingView. I will probably never look at this again. I just don't think it's useful information. Now, that to you, maybe it is. I'm just saying, for me, I wouldn't know how to interpret that in a way that this chart doesn't already tell me. You know? I don't need to know that volatility was up over those course of the couple of days. Like, look, like, we're moving very aggressive during these days versus these other days. The candles are smaller. The candles are larger. Like, I can visually see that. You know, so that's just my opinion on the VIX. I don't use the VIX. I don't care to use the VIX. Maybe there's information out there that I don't know. Maybe again, they very well could be. I could just be very much uneducated on it, on a use case for it. That's fine. I'm not ignorant to that, but yeah, I don't use the VIX. I don't see any value in it. It's like if you ask me to, again, like currencies, like Euro USD and DXY, I don't know why traders waste their time kind of like looking at both. There's some divergences between them sometimes, but it's far and few between. Alright, NQ give me what I want though. We spiked the low a day. So, if we print something down here, your boy is going to be interested. I'm going to check headlines real quick, because volatility did spike for a second here. Alright, no new headlines. The only new headlines that we got was from the Russian Foreign Ministry. It says the level of tension in the Arctic is increasing due to NATO activity. Again, that just feeds into more geopolitical tensions. Alright, yeah, let's see if we get something down here. Hopefully we get a good close. We need to kind of close down here. So we'll take a look at that. Thanks for the insight. Yeah, no problem. And I'm sorry, man. Like, it's just, you know... I believe in very much kind of, like, sticking to the stuff you know. So, I don't want to, like, give you misinformation on the VIX. I'd rather just tell you why I don't. I personally don't fuck with it. Alright, we need NASDAQ to do something here that's not this. It's possible we make some absorption here. I'm really not gonna like the range of this candle. It's 37 points. If we do absorb here, the setup looks something like this. Yeah, I would like to see this close lower. Like, give me more bearish candles. What we really want at this point is, like, we want, like, an OB to form right here. That's our best play for today now. Fill out this effort wick. Right, high volume candle. Right. Stupid arrow here. High volume candle. Predominantly wick. Look to play under it. So we reliquidate that. We make an OB down here, and I will certainly play that. There's like a very, very little reason I wouldn't take an OB down here. Especially with these clean highs still. It's like we get range bound day. That's easy, easy. We just need an OB worth playing. Something to favor us in terms of risk to reward. That's the setup for today though. It might happen post stream. So I'm just trying to give you all the clarity on that. Clean some of this up. That's best case scenario for today. Can't drop the chart on. It's all good, brother. Alright, let's see if we get this into 10 a.m. Moving into 10 a.m. would be perfect. Honestly. Be such a good way to end the week. What is this? This is a 15 minute long candle? Yeah. Hide that for a sec. Just in case for the people not on stream. Very bearish 4 hour. Yeah, I mean we're moving into that like that 2 hour lone candle area too. Honestly, for me it's like all of this coming together right at 10 a.m. Again, I would only really take this setup between, you know, like 10:05 and like 10:30. If this continues to just sit here and do nothing and print nothing and squeeze lower, I'm gonna become really uninterested in it. Really all I'm looking for is like on the 4 hour, because we are probably about to close this and open up a new one, is like maybe the next one comes up and like retests into this. Again, maybe we even come back down and close. I'm just looking for a little quick little scalp if we can get one. So I'm not even really fully committed to this starting a new trend. But again, if this doesn't like form specifically in this area between like 10:05 and like 10:30, we're just gonna throw this away. I mean, honestly, shout out to that London print, probably still going crazy. Oh no, I got the trailing got knocked out. That sucks. That didn't even make it. Okay. Yeah, we're taking that 2 hour low, or I'm sorry, taking that 15-minute lone candle now. Really aggressive into this. Sucks that we didn't get anything that prints sell side, man. I knew this was gonna be a pain in the ass. I'm sure if you go on X, you'll see a bunch of people that played into like this fair value gap. You'll probably see like picture perfect. You'll see picture perfect. If you didn't catch this, you're fucking potato. Fucking whatever, you know, they probably make it look perfect like this. Look at my 1 to 8 that I call. Which again, I wouldn't even, you know, I'm not even hating. It's a beautiful trade. That's the way you were looking at the market. I don't know how much I move the bond auction will impact the market today. Yeah, it adds volatility for sure. I mean, I keep that stuff on my radar, but again, like if you want to consider every time all that stuff happens, it's never ending. I don't apply bonds as much as I probably should, if I'm being honest. Alright, this is a nice 5-minute candle to print an OB off of. Honestly, I hope we get one more down candle at the beginning of 10 a.m. I really wouldn't like it if we immediately test up. Hoping the new hour opens and tests down first. Closes on a 5-minute candle, then we get an OB. That would be most ideal. Is like we print the OB on the 10:05 to 10:10 candle. That would be like picture perfect for us. Alright, we're just waiting on a print from Maybe Pro, guys. See if we get a print down here. It's all we're looking for at this point. Do we get a print? You're gonna just write maybe, by the way. The rumble. Oh, of course. I stepped away for a moment, I come back, and we open immediately up. Sick. Sick story. I really wish we would have tested down. We'll see if we get the closes, though. If we get the OB, I guess we will look to play it. This is gonna be the worst print ever, too. Watch, this is gonna print like the largest OB that it could, or it won't even print because it'll be too large. In which case, I'm just gonna wrap up my day if that happens. I'm gonna be a little upset. Hear that? Killers in the jungle. Market makers just fucking laughing at me. Laughing at me, man, because it's gonna fucking do it. I already know it is. It's already over. It's already over, boys. Fucking bag it up and wrap it. That's it. Bag it and tag it. We missed it.
Fred McKilly, bro, Send me that song you done with Jamie, the new thing, the brazy thing. Send me that one now, bro. I can't just remember the drop where I wanna be. That thing's a mad thing, bro. Send me that.
Oh, well, there's the volume now. Son of a bitch, dude. We'll see if the next 5-minute candle gives us a retest at the beginning. It's the only way now. The only way is if we get tapped in. Candle immediately opens down. We can try to snag it. I'm gonna have my phone ready just in case that happens, but I think I'm gonna just end up walking away from this because the market hates me. O'clock in the morning. It legitimately might not even call this visually just because how big this candle is. I'm not even lying. It might even filter it out purely because of that. It's close. Closes down like this, that might actually call it. You could also try to tighten this up and just try to run, instead of running like beyond the wick, you could just try to run like this. Let's see. 5-minute, we got the volume. Why are we not calling? Did I turn you off? I turned you off. No, you still didn't call though. Did it fail because it's too big? I think it did. That's not a setting I can toggle off either. Interesting. Oh, hold on, wait, Oh, I see. Hold on. Oh, I see. It never had a chance with that. Oh, you still don't like it? That's crazy. Well, fuck the indicator. What I'm telling you is, that's still valid. Fuck it, you know what? I think... Am I logged in on my phone? Yeah, I'm gonna eval trade it. Trying to see though, why is this? All right, I'm looking to take a little nibble at this. Average full price 706.25. I'm just running the wick low, and I'm targeting just above the liquidity up here from pre-market essentially. Really looking for a little higher so we can get that 1 to 3. So 24,950 area. Alright, we'll see if that works out. I mean, again, plan somewhat came together. Again, the indicator really doesn't like it for whatever reason here. Even with the moving average off. So we'll see if if the indicator is more correct than I am. I wouldn't doubt that it is. I wouldn't doubt that this eval takes a little bit of a hit. If the retest take about 60% of the OB, would I still take it? The only reason I would kind of cut, the only time I ever really cut these early is if we get back below the close. So again, like if you want to, you could just run your stop like literally below this if you want to tighten it up. That could be an option. Typically if I'm running the actual indicator stop, it's usually not at the low, it's something wider like this. And in that case, yeah, it's like if we push into the engulfing like structure, then sometimes yeah, I'll just look to cut the trade. I got a little bit of a slight better entry just on the little retest candle here, so we'll see. I mean, again, this either moves in the next 5-10 minutes, or I could just cut it early. Like if this just starts not working and we just hang here, I'll do the same thing I did yesterday on gold. I'll just cut it, you know, down 20 points, whatever it is. Ideally, again, this should move in the next 5-10 minutes. If it doesn't, and this next 5-minute candle starts closing back down, yeah, maybe you just make the decision of, you know what? The liquidity is not responding like I want it to. I'm just out of here. Yeah, I've told you guys several times. I'll repeat it again, and I'll repeat it forever. My execution models are meant to work in a timely manner. Like, if something like this prints, we should know in the next, like, 2 or 3, 4 candles on the time frame that we executed on, you know, if that's gonna work. So it's a 5-minute, you know, this is a 5-minute execution. If this is not working in 10-15 minutes, my confidence in it kind of dwindles. So it's like, alright, cool, we printed, we got our retest candle, now it's like we give it 2 candles, see what it does. If we start closing up, great. If we start fading off, we'll cut it early. But I really do like, again, like I like the 15-minute lone candle swipe. You know, below these lows, we have these clear targets where it's really kind of tempting me. It's like, okay, well, you know, when we have real clear targets and an execution model, I like to take a little stab at it. So yeah, we'll see how this closes in this next you know, 10 minutes. And I'll let you guys know if I'm going to continue to hold this or what's going on. And then any other updates, of course, will just be right in the Discord there. Do you have a different MA length? Oh, I do. Why is this set to 5? What the fuck was I doing? Thank you for calling that out. Oh my god. I should have known that looked weird. Even then, though, this still qualifies. So why? I'm so curious why this didn't qualify. It's gotta be just something to do with how the candles opened, maybe. Maybe it doesn't like this little gap. Nasdaq, alright, it's kind of volatile right now. Yeah, I'm not sure why I didn't call it. That trust me, I'll be racking my head all day. Alright, see what happens here. Alright, 5-minute candle coming to a wraps here. Looking good so far. Definitely want one more candle push to build some confidence. Up about 30-ish points at the moment. That's the end of the sets. Let's do this. Alright, I'm gonna let this song play out, and then I'm gonna wrap up streamed by the end of it. So if there's other questions, comments, concerns, pairs you guys want me to look at real quick, let me know. I am in this NQ. Well, I'm in MNQ. So we'll see again how this closes in 5 minutes on the new candle. New 15-minute candle opened again. A little retest down would be nice. Start pushing up to close it would be fantastic. My stop is below the recent low. And if this continues to push, I'll probably, you know, trail it below the bullish candle. Then as it, you know, comes up into 24,830, or if it comes up into 24,830 anyway, I will look to go break even, and then just see if I can get those TPs up to 24,950. So just letting this rock for now. We'll chill for another 6 minutes or so. Of course, because I started opening up my mouth, though, this wants to pull back towards entry.
This is brand new.
Remember that night at the Hippodrome? Never knew that look when you look at me. Nervous as hell, so I didn't win a lot. You're the salt, I'm the lemon on the top. Heart cooking, south of the river. Mouth full of Illy, sitting cans full of liquor. Street light flickers, feel it in my blood. Any which way I turn out, the lights burn dimmer. And heart cooking, south of the river. Mouth full of Illy, sitting cans full of liquor. Street light flickers, feel it in my blood. Any which way I turn out, the lights burn dimmer. And the lights burn dimmer. And the lights burn dimmer.
this might look like a dud. It's looking more and more like a dud, fam. Yeah, it's looking more and more like I should just probably cut this, or at the very least, tighten up a little bit to here. Should have had faith in the indicator printing if it was going to be worth it. Probably end up losing about 240-ish if I adjusted. Gonna put me slightly negative on this eval now. Kind of stuck break even on this thing. Yeah, this is gonna be a dud probably. We could still hold, but again, it's all about whether or not this starts to get below these engulfing candles. I'm putting this at like an 85-90% failure rate though in my mind. It's gonna dud me out. There's no real reason for me to cut it here on the evals. So I'm gonna just let it stop me out. But it's definitely gonna take me out. I could just make earlier exits here and save a couple bucks, but I'm gonna just ride it to its death. So the risk that I took is the risk that I took, and it's only like a $90 difference. And there's some like magic that we could hold above this, but I would highly assume that I'm gonna get stopped out. So if you want to use these little bounces to cut your loss, entirely up to you. I'm gonna continue riding out to my stop loss though, and I'm gonna keep this up for like 5 more minutes just to, because I would rather get off with it actually stopped out than it just hovering here in kind of like limbo. I know Trump don't care about inflation. Yeah, still paying attention to unemployment, bro. Unemployment is, I mean, it's been underwhelming, to be honest with you. I would have expected it to be higher by now. It's been very persistent. It's been very consistent, I should say, at that 4.3 range, just about. So I still looking for, again, yeah, unemployment to continue to rise. I don't see that changing. I still think we're on the slow grind towards 5% easy. I mean, productivity is still, again, increasing, you know, because of AI. How true that is, I mean, we'll see. We'll see if there's any breakthroughs on that going forward. The thing about AI is, like, AI is, like, so heavily subsidized right now that I'm most curious about what happens when it stops being subsidized. Like, for me, for example, like, I do so much coding and work on what's essentially like $40 a month worth of memberships. Like, it's disgusting how much work I can do by just rotating between companies and, you know, them increasing limits and, you know, all of this like AI stuff right now is like they're just burning cash, right? I want you guys to understand that. Like, VCs and investors are just burning cash. And that's what they do, right? There's, like, with new tech, there's always a period where they just burn cash and burn cash and burn cash and burn cash. And that's what they do. They capture user bases and they get companies to implement it and do all of that. And then all the subsidizing ends, and that's when prices start getting jacked up and limits become restrictive. And so, like, as a consumer, we're living in, like, the golden age of AI, because it's not going to be like this in 2 years. It's going to, like, suck. Things, like, it's all going to change. So, like, productivity is great because, again, like, people like me, like, you can, like, one person can do a lot for a little. My thing is, like, when that changes, what happens? Like, do companies, you know, go back to hiring? Do they realize that they overcorrected or became over-dependent on AI? Like, what becomes of all of that is, like, is currently my concern with productivity and GDP and unemployment. Trump cares about inflation, but it's like a perceived, you know, it's like a perceived care. You can only care about inflation so much while bombing the Middle East and impacting oil. This is still holding up pretty well. I mean, again, we'll see if I survive this. I think I'm gonna wrap up stream though. Again, I would say there's a 90% chance I take an L on this and I'll lose like $300 on this eval. So again, that is what it is. I don't have any personal funds behind this trade, as I said. That being said, I'll update you guys. This is probably gonna lose though, so just expect it to be a loss. If it wins, am I gonna go flex it? Yeah, probably. So prepare either which way. Love and appreciated that. Show low. It's your boy Skag. I'm out of here.
When I get home, I want you. When I get home, I want you. Hello, I got faces to